And we're back. So, it's been about a year since I started doing this, or this channel in particular, and what have I learned about conversing with conspiracy theorists? And the main thing I've learned is that conspiracy theorists can never, ever be wrong. It doesn't matter that you've proved them wrong, you've even posted a link and everything, they are still right. Because in their world, only the conspiracy matters, and only the people espousing the conspiracy truth are right. So, the best analogy to put this is I'm having a, well, actually no, good example. I'm having a conversation with a guy at the moment. I posted on an Alex Jones video the actual gun crime statistics in the UK. And the guy comes along and says, "You're wrong." Nothing else, just, "I'm wrong." So I replied back and I said, "Okay, would you care to provide proof that you're wrong?" So he did. And to my surprise, I looked at his figures and they were wrong. He was using the 2003 numbers. In fact, when I looked at his response even closer, I copied the thing, put it into Google, and lo and behold, it comes up with an article from townhall.com, who basically in 2012 decided to do an article on how basically gun crime in the UK, even though we've had the ban, haven't worked. That's another story, but basically what happened was they used the 2003 numbers to try and prove their point, even though the article was written in 2012. By, obviously, you know, using numbers that are obviously 10 years old. You get the picture. Well, people responded. And eventually, they did a small update at the bottom using the 2009 numbers, not the 2012 numbers, which at the time were fully available. Now naturally, in the comments there are people saying how wrong they are and providing the real statistics. Well, I replied to the person and said, "These numbers are wrong, provided, look, you've got your information from here, it's wrong." I even said, you know, it's wrong because of, you know, these are the real statistics for 2012. And they make the case that in 2009 there'd been a 97, I think it was something ridiculous, like a 97% rise. But when you look at statistics, when you look at the numbers, everything's falling. You know, from 2011 to 2012 there's been a 13% fall in gun crime. And that has been continuing since 2007. You know, but you know, obviously facts, figures, these people don't care. So he said he was adamant that he'd got the right figures, that he double-checked them, that they were right. So I got to the point where he said, "Oh no, these are the 2011 statistics." So I went, "Well no, those are wrong. Here are the 2011 statistics with the link to the report from the government about those statistics." Did he admit he was wrong? Nope. Instead he launches into a huge thing about about America and their gun crime and all this stuff. And I'm just like, why are you saying this? The conversation was about the statistics that you posted. I have shown that you are wrong on three or four times now that you are wrong. Admit that you are wrong, and I will have at least some form of respect for you. You know, I've always said it, if a conspiracy theorist can ever prove me wrong, I will do a video saying, "You know, I was wrong, here are the figures, blah 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 blah." So, what have I really learned from this year of doing this? Well, there are two types of conspiracy theorists. There are the ones that will post a single response to you and never come back to you on it, because they don't want to be challenged on their worldviews. And then there are the second types that doesn't matter what you show them, doesn't matter what evidence you give them, they are always right. And it is literally like playing Tig, and you're chasing them round and round the garden, and it doesn't matter how many times you Tig them, I'm still on. And it gets absolutely infuriating. It really, really does.